Hello, greetings. This is Joseph Stasitis, the unretired entrepreneur. When you love what you do, why retire? Just going to spend a few moments here today talking about a subject I had made a video on Instagram Live and TV just this past week, and I plan on writing a blog post on my unretired entrepreneur blog about it coming up probably sometime next week. I'll get around to it. But in any event, the subject is focus, the importance of focus. There's attributes in life: love, kindness, compassion, honesty, integrity, attention to detail, accountability, on and on and on, that a lot of times we ignore or just don't give it the emphasis that it requires, not only to make a difference in the lives of others, but in our own life. The little things count, and focus happens to be one of them. I wouldn't even call it a little thing, it's a big thing. When we're not focused on what we're doing, we can't do things to the best of our ability, and we cannot create to high levels of creativity, high levels of workmanship, pride of workmanship. Look back over history: Da Vinci, Michelangelo, Picasso, great writers, Emerson, Thoreau, inventors, Thomas Edison, Einstein, and developing all of his theories. They were not only committed to what they did and were doing at the time, but they were extremely focused on a moment to moment basis. There could have been gunshots going off outside. They may not even have heard them or paid attention to them or been distracted by them. Focus is so important when we want to accomplish something and we want to accomplish it well so that we can attain the results that we want. It's all about results, regardless if it's a loving relationship or if it's ideal health, uh, money in the bank, a profitable business, attaining a education, advanced degree, whatever your goal, objective, and dream is. When I was in college, early on in my educational career, I didn't really focus up that much. I didn't really care that much, but I got by. But when I was in college, I really got into areas of study such as psychology and so forth that I was really interested in. I really focused up. And when it was time for exams, I focused up. And when I was in class, I would take copious notes. My notes were so good, very some I would even have to refer to the text. I would review the text, but I like speed read through it and really study my notes. And I did very well in college. But I was committed and I was really focused in what I was doing. It's the same thing in anything we want to get done. If, for example, say you want to build an internet business, you got to decide exactly the area you're going to concentrate upon. And then once that is decided upon, and you find that there's a viable market there where you could help people, where people are asking for solutions, you create the solution, but you got to be extremely focused on that and not doing a million other things. It's okay to go on to other projects after you've been successful in one, but spreading ourselves too thin during the course of the day or overall by taking on too many projects. And I've been guilty of that. I've been in the past been doing a lot of different projects, and maybe even now I should not be doing as many as I am, but I am very focused when I am on each project, and I only stick to one thing at a time until I get the result that I want for the day or for a certain time period, and then I move on to something else when the other task has been completed fully. But ideally, if you're pursuing some objective and goal, like in business, give it your all, go for it 100%. You don't need any backup plans. It's just like this story of way back when they had wooden ships, and this country and had sent its army over by ship to this other country, and they were greatly outmanned. They were facing really an enormous difference. I mean, it might have been like tens of thousands to a few hundred or a thousand or two. But once they got to that country and they landed on land there, the captains, the generals, whoever it was, ordered that all the ships be burned, so there was no escape possible. And that's what we need to do too. Get ourselves up against the wall and burn all avenues of escape. That's not mean that we jump into things without planning and without preparing ourselves to the best of our ability. That would be foolish. But we prepare ourselves to the best of our ability, and then we have a never say die attitude. We go for it 100% or more, and just go until we get the results we want. Working our way through as many fear barriers as we need. I mean, that's why I created that course, the next step paradigm, because that allows you to determine exactly what your goals are and take the next step, but take it at a more graduate pace, smaller steps, so that you're not overwhelmed by the fear and the resistance that comes in that stops us a lot of the times. You still deal with it, but you deal with it in smaller increments. And then once you achieve some goals and you go for a higher goal, there'll still be fear and resistance involved, but it's not to the same degree. And you know you could achieve things because you've just proven itself to you and you become a different person, a stronger person, and you're able to handle things better. And when it comes down to taking that next step, it's all about focus. Focus on doing the best you can in that next step before moving on, and you'll know when to move on. Like I talk about in the program, your marching orders are given. And when you have those marching orders, it's an intuitive feeling or a aha moment. Let's move forward. And we usually move forward with more resources because we've met additional people, we've come up with additional ideas, we've identified additional resources. So it all works together. Okay, that's about it. But I look forward that you got my point today about the importance of focus. Whatever you're doing, washing the dishes, washing the car, cleaning house, stay present in the moment and focus. Be proud of what you're doing, wanting your end result to be the best possible end result you can get. And those positive end results, one after the other, add up to a big end result. And that's where your dreams come true and your attitude shifts. You move from the competitive to the creative plane on a permanent basis, and you live a different life. Worries and fears and doubts and uncertainties that used to bother you no longer bother you. You've moved from a confidence level of 1 to 3 on a scale of 10 to 7 to 10. A number 5 problem or number 6 problem that used to blow you away is now just a temporary inconvenience needed to be dealt with, but you know you could do it. So all this works together. So don't forget about the power of focus. Okay, that's it for today. I look forward that you get some benefit from this video, and I will be doing a blog post along with it, and probably put it on my podcast as well, the Next Step podcast. And other than that, have a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. And I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.